Commemoration for I need cooperation from all the members of the third of year. Essentially, so I think volunteers come forward from the people here, and then to arrange it. Some volunteers, a few guys come, maybe some guys or some. Okay, I will now give cooperation. So please discuss because we are going to arrange the discuss. Hello, hello, Assalamualaikum, Assalamualaikum. Please, so for those who are sitting on the floor, please stand for a while. We move to the talking sector. Eventually, the spotlight and maybe finally the economy. And then the other graduate fellow graduates who are still in person, please support me to No, that's true. I think it can. Okay, I think that my business is on the because of the soil. Okay, if you many things, many if you do not to try come outside. So, in the morning, no one. So, because the focus. Chapter 36 here to another interest rate.
Yes, that's straight down. The latest room. It's not about that. Oh,
We would like everybody to either sit down or go to the back of the room. And we will be starting our program in the next 20 seconds or so. Let's go on. Let's go on. We have a structure of the program, but we will start off with the safety and security of the space and mode.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome results. So just a brief safety briefing for you, and this will not be as entertaining as any human safety video I can go and do that. Okay, so the following this slide, you will certainly hear that it's extremely loud and you give instructions to evacuate the building. The emergency exits, there are two exits along this wall behind me, the double doors, exit to the next corner, exit down to the corridor out to the front, and exit through these two rooms standing out to the rear. In the event of requirement, we ask that you move out of the building and move to the back of the property and await any further instructions from the fire brigade, police, or mosques. For security, we ask that you please stay inside, make sure the doors and windows are closed, and await further instructions from the police in regard to what is happening. If there's an earthquake, just have underneath the thing that we're going to say about it. Thank you very much.
My name is Asra. My name is Assalamualaikum, my name is Aranazar. وما أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد جزاك الله خيرا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. جزاك الله خيرا.
Thank you very much, children. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now you just the Quran verse has been recited by our children, Adam Ismail, little sister Inaya, sorry, and little sister Naira, yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. And then from our Shahada time. We are a bit constrained for time because we have the breaking of the fast day start. So that sunset, we have to work towards that. This is not a formal program. This is actually a program where it's meet and mingle, but I can't see very much room for mingling. May I introduce you to my right, over here, Brother Rashid, from the 15-month Panapati himself. He will explain. He's also from the Shaheed family. And we also have Sister Maha. She is also the head of the Master Team Panar Trust. My name is Abdul Razak, just an old guy who wants to have a mic in front of him. I'm supposed to give a 2-minute introduction to everybody, but if I do that, I'll be here till this evening. All we can say is that we all know why we're here. And I think without further ado, I will ask Muslim Association Canterbury President to say a few words, and
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, honored Human Minister, Captain President, and all guests and all representatives today, and we would like to welcome all the ministers and governments and non-government agencies and all ambassadors. On behalf of the MAS, I would like to thank you for today's opportunity to the 15th of March. I would like to thank you to head our body of Fianza for helping to host in this program. And today, on 5th anniversary of the 15th March, inshallah, I hope that all the family Shuhada, Allah will give you for the Jannah. Inshallah, will give you for the dua, all of them. That's the only ajab to the today is coming, all Muslim community to the Fatiha. Jazakallah khair.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Muslim Association of Canterbury would like to welcome the Prime Minister and all our distinguished guests. For those of you who do not know, Muslim Association of Canterbury was established in 1977 It is the largest democratically voted body in the South Island, and we operate under the umbrella of FIAN. The Masjid itself was established as a Muslim Association Canterbury around 1985. It was and is a humble mosque. Most people who walk in are always surprised at how simple the mosque is. On Friday, March 15, 2019, this humble and simple mosque was unwillingly put into the spotlight as the target of the heinous terrorist attack. The aftermath of the attack saw the Muslim Association of Canterbury have to rally limited resources to deal with the grieving community. We could not have done it without the help and support of the government, of FIAN, or without the help and support of our New Zealand community. We thank you. We thank you all for the understanding and the kindnesses and the strength that you are called upon to show. We cannot but hope that the future sees us stronger together, and that one day history sees this chapter of New Zealand as one that joined us together forever as family. Thank you.
I'm trying to go through the program. There's a saying that after about 4 minutes, people are already there. They don't remember what was said. So we kept only 4 minutes approximately, except of course our 5 minutes. So our next would be somebody I don't need to make an introduction to, the referee. That you can say there, I can bring up.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace and mercy of God be with you all. Your permission, as a ministers, honorables and excellencies, I acknowledge all of your presence, and your presence is much comfort for us because it shows that Sister Sarah said that it shows we are together, and Trinity has brought all of us together. So I acknowledge your presence, and please make yourself home. You are the boss tonight. You know, if you see we are not behaving, you can tell us. We are going to the first month. Basically, the first month is free for competition because we go through the hunger to fill the pain of hungry people, and then it encourages us to share. So this is the main purpose. When I look at the whole single month and the reaction afterwards, one word comes to my mind, and this is compassion. Compassion we have seen from Muslims, even though they are suffering, but they have been one survives 20%, but they choose the path of peace, love, compassion, and patience. A remarkable example, and I salute my Muslim community for making this remarkable example. This is the true spirit of Islam, and we need to maintain. When I think of compassion, then I think I would like to give a couple of ideas that how can we increase the compassion of life. Because 15 March is not just one country. It is a New Zealand national tragedy. But as a nation, what can we do to move forward? Lots of things we can do. Concluding four maybe all these four things. First of all, my suggestion that we can declare 15th of March as a national day of competition. And I'm not suggesting a holiday because we need to work to progress our country. But I'm suggesting that this day we can encourage with the messages that each New Zealander should do a kind action for us. And this will remind us that we are a compassionate country. We need to do it. Second suggestion is that we can end compassion in our syllabus, in our education. So I will make generation where they can learn about it and they can be encouraged and inspired to carry on this message. The third one is we can establish a fulfillment competition center in Christchurch. Together, all the extraordinary things that we have done, like things, all from all walks of life. People have done beautiful things, and those things we do not want to be lost. We want to keep them as a treasure. So that in the center, people will come from all over the world to study, to learn, to do research, and to be inspired. We are a small nation, but we have big ambition. We want to be one of champions in rugby or all other games. But we can make a goal that we want to be also champion in competition in this world, so that the world will keep us as a influence the world to be better place. I think this is enough for 4 minutes. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
To proceed with the program, I'd like to introduce all the unsure there. Then you're gonna mention every single one of them.
Our Shuhada, MC Ali Father, Ata Muhammad Ata Alayan, Abdul Fattah Qasim Daka, Abdul Qadir Almi, Ahmed Kamaluddin Muhammad Abdul Ghani, Ali Mahmoud Al Madri, Arif Muhammad Ali Bora, Ashraf Ali Razak, Ashraf Al Mursi Raghib, my husband, Dr. Amjad Qasim Hamid, Dr. Haroon Mahmoud, Dr. Muhammad Abdul Samad, Farhaj Ahsan,
Ghulam Hussain, Haji Ashraf Ali, Haji Matiullah Safi, Haji Muhammad Dawud Nabi, Haji Mahibub Allah Lahar Kokaz, Hamza Al-Hajj Mustafa, Husna Ahmad, Hussein Hazim Al-Umari, Hussein Muhammad Khalil Mustafa, Junaid Ismail, Kamal Darwis, Karam Bibi, Khalid Al-Hajj Mustafa,
Malik Abdul Hamid, Linda Susan Armstrong, MD Mujammal Haq, Muhammad Musaid, Muhammad Hussein, Muhammad Imran Khan, Muhammad Omar Farouk, Muhsin Muhammad Al-Harbi, Munir Sulaiman, Mukad Adel Ibrahim, Muhammad Hazif bin Muhammad Tarmizi, Muhammad Suhail Shahid, Muhammad Zishan Raza.
Musa Ravi Usman Safir, Naim Rashid, Osama Adnan Yusuf Abu Kwek, Ozar Kadir, Ramis Arif Bhai Gora, Syed Ahmad Mil, Sheikh Musa Nur Awal, Sheikh Arif Ahmad, Sheikh Said Jahandar Ali, Taha Naim, my son, Tariq Rashid Omar, Zakaria Buya, and Zakaria Priyan.
Just a bit of housekeeping. Can we make some space over here? Could you please go to the back? Brother, can you go to the back, please? Because we need to have a projector here for one of our programs. Brother, आप एक पीछे लगे हैं. We would that Highness. We in our programs imams, but Brother Latif, Imam Latif, will speak also on behalf of Brother Kamal Fawzan. I want to start by thanking our Honorable Prime Minister, Christopher Lujan, for taking out his busy schedule to be, which obviously, even though most of us got in sitting over there, and then we're shooting. You coming. Thank you very much. Likewise, the respected and the youth coordination minister, the Honorable Minister Billy Clemens, thank you. The Minister of the Unions and the Minister of he was also good to other ministers present here with all speaking to government agencies, DMC, the Ministry of Government, the Government of Internal Affairs, the Ministry of the Community, because the Speaker is a member of Parliament, everyone from a moment before my official arrest, of course, because of the increase of the election and for those. The conversation was so nice, never so we will meet our Shabbat again. What do you want to say? We can't to be to have a game. We are just here because of total loss. We are not celebrating the but we are trying to remove the soul for those souls among us. Each time I think of them, I remember those are the very close. I remember my last encounter with them. Sheikh Musa, Ashraf Bari, sister, the wife of the Bari, and many more. Even this small Ma'ab, I can recount my last meeting with those people. Almost all, and of course, my precious sister, Linda Armstrong. If I should start thinking now, it will create another emotion. But ordinarily, the biggest thing I should say, and the most important thing I would say is that my condolences goes to the family again. But moving forward in life, we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. Number one, with the notion of Christchurch, the people's Masjid in 2019, let's look back 4 years back. There should be what have you achieved?
what have we achieved as a Muslim Ummah? Is there anything? Is there love between us? Because if all this is welcome, wallahi, the qiyamah, nothing will happen. Everything is inevitable. It will happen to me and you. Between 2019 and now, we know how many precious souls have gone. We are also expecting our own, which nobody can really get that I know that will come. But what did you do is the question. What have you contributed to the community? Are you to stand the community? Or are you bringing the community up? If you can't continue to support the community, then you don't bring fitna. Don't be fitna in the ummah. I again goes back to end my word. I welcome the new government. We are in full support of you. Anytime the leaders just sit, before we are in front of you. And by the grace of Allah, I'm sure our brothers and sisters are also ready for the same thing. And Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Jazakallah. I want to take a little bit of time just for you to understand that the Shahada families are why we are here today. And many of the Shahada families are working with the Masjid in Fana Trust. And the head of the Fana Trust, the co-leaders are both here. And I pass it on to Sister Mahan and Brother Rashid. I want to introduce you to our chairperson for the 15th March Fana Trust. She has been inspiring for all of us. Her dedication in running the trust is second to none. She has worked tirelessly, with my help, of course. And in the voice for all the Shuhada families, the bullet injured, and the survivors. Please, warm welcome to Sister Maha Galil.
I have a lot of sources that I have in my work. So I'm trying. She's saying this will kind of sleeping. Okay. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Fiora. Thank you all for being here today. I know it's not easy. Today reminds us of the trauma that has impacted so many lives in this home. And it brings back many memories of all that we have lost. But today is also about remembering the great act of bravery we witnessed that day from our last Shuhada, survivors, members of the public, first responders, and hospital staff. Salam to the souls we lost here at El Noor Mosque and Leningrad. Salam to all families who lost their loved ones, those who were injured, and those brave survivors. I especially welcome our Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Faithful Lector. We appreciate you wanted to be here with us today. It means a lot to our community that our Prime Minister stands with us. Welcome to all members of Parliament and all the government officials. I acknowledge our Mayor, Phil Minister, and all government officials, and our previous mayor, our beautiful land as well. Yeah, and all our. And for those who have watched this journey with us since 15 March 2019, we thank you all for your ongoing love and support. to the family of the short, the injured, and the survivors. I wanted to express my admiration for the way you have exemplified strength and resilience in the face of the tragedy. I admire every woman who bravely supports her children every day, especially with the question, where is my dad? Why my dad? I admire all of those who have rebuilt their lives. Despite the pain of the trauma they have experienced. I wanted to acknowledge the ongoing suffering of our community. The 15 March Canon Trust will continue to support the affected families. Please spare a thought for the children who must navigate life without one of the parents due to this senseless violence. While we have made a progress over the last 5 years, individually and collectively, we recognize there is still much work ahead. We will stand together to overcome any challenge that comes our way. On the occasion of the fifth anniversary, from different ministries, other government agency has been, we must ensure that the families receive ongoing long-term support. I cannot emphasize enough the complexity of some of the issues these families continue to confront. It has been very hard working within policies that were designed for a no-fault injury scheme. And we invite the government to keep working with us. Actually, nothing can bring back those we lost here 5 years ago. Because of someone motivated by history. But the change we make now could save a life in the future. And that will aid in the healing process for all New Zealanders. As what happened here, that they affect all of us. Prime Minister, 15 March looking forward to the opportunity to engage with the new ministry. Thank you all again for everyone for sharing this first anniversary with us. It is the peace, love, and the compassion that we experience that upholds us for a better future for all New Zealand. Thank you all, and I would like to appreciate really your being here with us at the most. I know it's not easy for to be all of us here with this crowded, but actually I have to tell you that it does mean a lot for the March family, especially the Shuhada, to acknowledge our loved ones here where we will look to them. Thank you all.
Sorry for that. Some technical issues. Luckily, I'm an electrician. Now, I'd like to invite a speaker who's going to represent the Shuhada families. I get Sarah Kassim to speak on the Shuhada families' behalf. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, Senator Kapua, and welcome to everybody here today. The meaning of the word salam found in our welcoming is a vital thread in the tapestry of our identity and nature, which is peace in the face of hatred. I apologize, by the way, I should have said this in the beginning. If I shake or stammer, I'm okay. It is just a bit of a challenge for me to actually still be in this room, but I'm fine. So I stand here today in peace, in love, in grief, and in memory of our shuhada. I stand in admiration of my Baba, of our resilience and our courage for hope. To reflect on 5 years is no easy task, in considering all us back to the year of 2019, where many of us here today understood the true meaning of loss. As the journey of our beloved community members was cut short, rahmatullah alayhum. A day in which life as we knew it was forever changed. It was the year we were met with the true essence of love, of what it means to be human, to shine a beacon of hope where darkness once was. And together we stood, and with a unified voice said never again to anyone. The years following brought many moments to recall. We met hope and hurt, joy and sadness, strength and the need for softness, a public image and a private journey, ease and grief, patience and loss, and the courage to hope. The journey of healing has been by no means linear, but here we were and here we are, striving for hope. Then came the year of 2023, and for some, the veil of grief has drifted with the wind, with a season to rebuild brought upon our nature to seek life, joy, and make meaning from this tremendous loss. The question was posed, where to from here? What have we learned? What can we change and improve? And how can we honor the lives of our loved ones lost? Were frequently pondered. I pray that we never stop asking these questions, even when we are certain we have done all that we can, and especially when we are certain that we have done all that we can. Our journey leads us to the last few months to now. We're finding ourselves back in the same courtrooms until the final weeks of December was no small feat. But as this community does, as the wider community of Aotearoa have, we were pillars in upholding the important mahi of the legacy of the 51 shuhada and all those impacted. Finally today, 5 years on, I carry 3 aspirations for the next chapter that lies ahead of us, and I invite you all here today to do the same to mark the 5th year. Firstly, may we always be brave enough to speak in the language of courage in the face of hate. May we continue to co-weave the tapestry of aroha with the intention of meaningful change, no matter the years that pass us by. And may we continue to extend our olive branches to one another, ourselves too, through the lens of salam, as we dare to hope for better for Aotearoa, for this community, and further too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Secretary. Please join me in welcoming our next speaker. As a seasoned regional director of AECOM, which is AECON in United Arab Emirates, and more profoundly as a survivor, our next speaker brings a unique blend of professional expertise and personal resilience to the stage. Their journey is a testament to their strength and their dedication to make a positive impact in the consultancy field. Let's give a warm welcome to a truly inspiring individual who will share with us not just insights from the vast world of consultancy, but also the invaluable
lessons learned through the overcoming personal adversities. I welcome you, Brother Adi. Tina Kutukatwa. We gather today under the weight of shared history, marking 5 years since our world changed within the hold of peace in Christchurch. As a survivor, my heart carries the influence of those moments, just as our collective memory bears the indelible mark of a tragedy that shocked our nation and the world. Now my high remark will come to all who come to remember, to learn, to seek solace. In the company of those lives are forever intertwined by the events of March 15, 2019. Today we recall the vibrant life snatched away and the deafening silence of their absence. We honor them, not just in the stillness of our contemplation, but in the echo of their unfulfilled dreams that spare us live with a greater purpose and kindness. As I stand with you, my journey is one among many. A tapestry of survivors, each tells story of resilience and strength, of brokenness and rebuilding. In our shared survival is a promise we uphold to those who left us, that their ending would become our beginning. The start of a renewed commitment to champion the light over the darkness. The compassion shown by our fellow Kiwis in face of such ugliness, the unwavering manakitanga we have received fuels our collective resilience. It has taken years into a river of solidarity, carrying us towards the horizon of hope and understanding. In the spirit of Kumahitanga, this anniversary is a testament to our unity, our diversity of races, cultures, and minds. Once targeted by hate here, now stand as our most cherished testament to strength. We realize that from the cracks created by this tragedy, new love has grown, binding us closer than ever before. And so, to the families and friends who bear the unavoidable loss, your courage has become the heartbeat of movement that glows for peace and rejects the divisiveness of hatred. Your strength has become our nation's strength. Your loss, our collective charge to build a more tolerant and a safe home country for our children. As we reflect, we also look forward with active intent to honor them, is to labor for a world that knows not the sorrow such as ours, to plant seeds of empathy and to cultivate a garden where diversity valued beyond measure. To them we departed on that darkest of days, highway of Iran. Your spirit carried us, our water canoe, towards the dawn of great understanding and heartfelt connection. Let us proceed from here with a steadfast promise to remember, to support one another, and to face each new day with courage
of those who have lost and the hope they have inspired. Be strong, be brave, be steadfast in our journey ahead. Morira, Tina Koto, Tina Koto, Tina Koto Katwa.
We just got one more speech. Okay, this is from the representative of the survivors. I call upon Brother Sharif, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sharif Ibrahim. I'm a proud Muslim and a son to Imad Ibrahim and Mullah Suleiman, and a proud Kiwi. My parents immigrated to New Zealand from Egypt as skilled migrants when I was 2 years old in the early 90s, and they called Christchurch home. I stand before you to recount an experience that shook me to the core, a witnessing of a terrorist attack. It was like a day like no other, bustling with life and activity. I was going about my routine when suddenly chaos erupted. Screams pierced the air and the sound of gunfire echoed throughout the mosque. Amidst the panic and confusion, the true face of terror. Innocent lives were being threatened, families torn apart, and the sense of security shattered in an instant. There's a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the ruthlessness of those who seek to inflict harm upon others. But amidst the darkness, I witnessed acts of bravery and resilience. Ordinary people became heroes, risking their own lives to help those in need. Their selflessness and courage served as a beacon of hope in the midst of despair. As I reflect upon this harrowing experience, I'm reminded of the importance of unity and solidarity in the face of adversity. We must stand together, unwavering in our commitment to peace and justice. We must not let fear divide us, but instead let it strengthen our resolve to build a more safer and more compassionate future for future generations. In April 2019, after the attack, I earned a Bachelor of Commerce degree majoring in accounting from the University of Canterbury. I then went on to pursue a teaching qualification from Victoria University, Wellington, and I refused to let the acts of an individual bring me down. I was fortunate enough to have supportive parents that took us back as a family to Egypt, and we could see the extended family and learned about the Egyptian culture and the Islamic religion. I saw how Islam brought them peace and happiness even through tough times. Every year on March 15, I reflect back on this day and realize how blessed I am to be standing here in front of you. In the Holy Quran in Surah Ibrahim, it says, if you are grateful, I will certainly give you more. And alhamdulillah, I have so much to be grateful to Allah for. Going to Friday prayers here in Al-Nur Mosque and in various mosques has made me realize how important Islam is to me, and how having this faith, whenever I'm facing difficulties, I can always rely on Allah to help guide me through them. I have and I will continue to learn about my faith, as we are currently in Ramadan, the most blessed of months in Islam. In closing, let us honor the memories of those that have lost their lives in senseless acts of violence. Let us strive to be vigilant, proactive in preventing such atrocities from ever occurring again. And let us not forget the power of the collective humanity to overcome even the darkest of days. Thank you very much. you will find in the program, says something about the federation that we will say. I think I won't say much about the federation because I think most of you are aware of. We're the national umbrella organization. What I do want to say is a few personal anecdotes and just give you a sense of what this day is all about. The building you're standing in used to be part of a stable of the Dean's family. When we had a small center in Twin Street, then a brother found this place, and there was another argument whether we should buy it because across over there was a vet which specialized in dogs. Now, for those who know our culture a bit, just doesn't mix too much. So anyway, we bought this place, and then came the issue of finding a direction for the Qibla. Now, this is before the days of, Google and all those kind of things. And we all had our compasses. You can't build a building based on a compass. We bought the most expensive, $14, I remember. You can't have a building, multi-million dollar building based on a compass. You know who came to help us? New Zealand Air Force. They gave us. We had 3 units when we were building this. And it was by a Muslim architect who wasn't actually an architect, he was an architectural draftsman. We couldn't even afford an architect. His name was Brother Rashad Wallet, who's now in Sydney. Here must be as much as possible from Canterbury. And then we need to do things from the North Island. And the carpet that we had was from Wimbledon Road, just across the road. The wood, Canterbury, the design. Anyway, I won't go any further. And then came the issue of the name. Masjid al-Noor. And it's so apt now. Muslim brothers and sisters, and you would also know, others, Noor means the divine light. You see these corners? These are corners with surahs, and ask you others to find out what they are. They are supposed to give the light on these people who pray here. And you know who has given us divine light? From the darkness to the light that we are seeing now? Our Shuhada. I want to just take another anecdote. March 15th. August, my wife, where is she? Where's Salima? We were both at Makkah performing our Hajj. Now, I was brought up with New Zealand land, and I can't, I have to sit on a chair. The Saudi government is very welcoming. They have chairs for people like me when we pray. But the chairs that they had doesn't carry the kind of weight that I have. It's serious. I said, how can I do all this prayer? So I was told at the hotel to go to this side street in Medina, where they sell the chairs which I can sit on and it's portable. I went there. There was a brother from Tunisia and a brother from Bangladesh and one Indonesian in that. They said to me, you want the chair, where are you from? I said New Zealand. In the shop, wallahi, it was silence. You come from a country where your prime minister is Muslims. The world knew the aroha that the New Zealand community gave the Muslim community. I have to acknowledge Dame Jacinda Ardern and over here all our senior politicians. Andrew Rickam, Megan, Priyanka. I mean, I'll go on. David Seymour. I can go on and on. Including, of course, our present government. And also for the Green Party. and the Maori Party, and New Zealand First later on at that time. What the politicians showed at that time, New Zealand led the world. And then, of course, our wider community. Let's not forget what happened here could have happened to any community. It could have happened in a synagogue. It could have happened in a women's refuge. It happened to us. But the country, regardless of the demographics, regardless of where you were, you know what happened. That was another shining light. Plus, Shahada, you know it all. I don't have to say anything. All I will say, the respect given by not just our eminent dignitaries from Parliament, but each one of the civil servant, the leadership. I met with all of them. There is not a day which goes by, whether it's the New Zealand Police, or the SIS, or the DPMC, and all the others, Foreign Affairs. I mean, I'm sure I've missed out, of course, Northern is there. I missed out many. Every single one of them, when I meet with them, they always ask the welfare and well-being. Never have they ever. So please note, the machinery of government, the politicians are there to support. Today, they're here at a time when I know that they are really pinching on airfares and hotels. We do have lunch, dinner boxes for them. That will save some money from the funds. But in all seriousness, we cannot forget the local government. The local government at the end of the day are there in the front and center to support. The city council, the mayor, and of course our first responders all around here. We cannot but say thank you. You see, an important tikanga in Islam, to be a Muslim, is to have gratitude, shukr. We cannot be a Muslim without being grateful. So we are grateful to you for taking time to come here. There are two other statements I want to make. Father, the lives that they sacrifice, they are not dead. They are alive. They are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Quran tells us very clearly. You have dignified us, and they have given their life for this country, not just the Muslim community, for this country. And the government, civil society have done a lot. I know I've tested many of these agencies, criticized them, and always given. I remember even asking Hipkins, Mr. Hipkins, sorry, I just, so, all the time for funds and things. They've always listened. And I'll finish by one before I introduce the Prime Minister. This was when he became the leader of the opposition. A few of us went to have an appointment with him. His first question, this is before he was even thinking of becoming Prime Minister, right? His first question to me was, how is the community? This is our Prime Minister. Let me also explain. His two senior ministers now, 2022, Nicola Willis and Chris Bishop, came and spent 4 hours in our Masjid in Wellington to find out about our community. So they do care. And so should I say, Minister McKee spent time with us, the minister now, to find out about our community. David Seymour, I had a meeting with him, and he spent a lot of time trying to find out about the community, how they could help. We thank you all from our heart. Let me introduce you to our Prime Minister with one word. Sir, you are a respected family member of our community. We dignify you with one word. With one word alone. Thank you. Shukr. All that you have done and all that you would do. It was a big pleasure.
Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Kareem, peace be with you all. Thank you, Abdullah, for your kind words acknowledging all the politicians that are here today. But let me first acknowledge the 51 Shuhada from the March 15 attacks, to their families, to the widows, the injured, and to those who witnessed those terrible events. I would like to acknowledge the pain that you have endured, but also the strength that you have shown these past 5 years. I'm especially privileged and humbled that you have invited myself and both current and former government ministers and government officials to share iftar with you this evening. Thank you. I would also like to acknowledge Imam Gamal and the community of Al Noor Mosque, as well as Imam Latif and the Linwood Islamic Centre community. Thank you for your warm welcome too. This sacred month of Ramadan is a time for faith, for worship and reflection for our Muslim community. For those gathered here tonight and around New Zealand, it is also a solemn moment to remember. We remember the terrorist attack that happened 5 years ago today in this very place in the Linwood Islamic Centre on a Friday, the holiest day of the week in Islam. We remember and honour the 51 Shuhada we lost. We share in the grief that many of you carry, not just today, but every day. To you and to Muslims touched by this event around New Zealand and the world, I am so sorry for your loss. The March 15 terrorist attack on our Christchurch mosques was a national tragedy, and it was an attack on all of us. We lost neighbours, we lost friends, schoolmates and work colleagues. And it was an attack on the best of New Zealand values of diversity, unity and peace. And like all of us, I remember that day very well. I heard the news and immediately headed to the airport to travel to Christchurch to support Air New Zealand staff at the time in operations where I remained for several days. And sadly, one of our Air New Zealand whānau, Lilik Abdul Hamid, lost his life in those terrible events in this place. And Lilik was part of our engineering team here in Christchurch for 16 years. And man, he was a hard worker, both well liked and well respected. Lilik was also quite a character. He was professional and dedicated. He always had a huge smile and he had a terrific sense of humour. Believe it or not, he loved the two Ronnies. And a love of the outdoors, especially fishing. And Lilik loved the Kiwi way of life. And he liked to claim that he was born in the Haka Valley, just next door to Richie McCaw, and took every opportunity to join in a haka at a rugby game. Now, his immigrant story is no different from many of yours here. He and his wife Nina packed up and left everything that they knew behind them to come to Christchurch from Indonesia. They worked hard. They raised their children, Zania and Gerang, and contributed to our community. And they, like you, are a great example of why New Zealand is an infinitely stronger, richer and better place because of a passionate, diverse and strong Muslim community. And I would also like to acknowledge the leadership of the former Prime Minister, Dame Jacinda Ardern, who spoke for us all at that time and led New Zealand through those dark days so extremely well. And I would also like to thank Leanne Dalziel and Megan Woods and Andrew Little for their leadership and their genuine engagement with the community here in Christchurch in the subsequent years. We share your sorrow, and if this hall were large enough, I know that there would be millions of other New Zealanders would be equally honoured to be here with you all tonight. I remember how your fellow New Zealanders embraced the Muslim community, to let them know that they were not alone. I remember being moved, watching Kiwis come together, standing in solidarity and surrounding mosques up and down this country to protect our Muslim brothers and sisters as they prayed outside in the open in defiance of terror. Well, tonight is a chance for us to come together in remembrance, but it's also a chance to acknowledge Ramadan, a month that celebrates your discipline, resilience and faith as Muslims. And reflecting on the past 5 years, I have been inspired by how our Muslim communities have lived out these values, even in the face of enormous suffering. You have come together across many diverse cultures to care for each other through tragedy. You have used your experience to speak out powerfully against hate and violence towards all faiths, all people, in all groups. In Christchurch and around the country, you have opened your doors and your hearts to the wider community to build understanding, just like you have from me and my colleagues this week and tonight. Earlier this week and again today, I had the tremendous chance to meet with some of you and to experience your immense courage and kindness firsthand. Your example to all of us is inspiring. Our Muslim community justifiably could have chosen to respond to this terrible act with anger, with hate and withdrawal, and yet you have modelled to all of us your wonderful faith, love, compassion, engagement, peace and hope. So on March 15, we remember that you have lost a great deal, but you have also gifted us and found the resilience and compassion to give us so much. And as your guests, it is a great honour and privilege to be among you and to be so graciously received by you. How you've welcomed us today and at all times, and for all you continue to give to our community and our country each and every day, I can only say thank you. Jazak Allah Karam, thank you very much.
I know, I didn't mean it about the 4 minutes. I had allocated the 15 minutes. I'm going to change a bit of the seating arrangement now. I'd like all of you to stand up and the chairs will be pushed aside. There is a reason for it, and yourselves, because we will be watching a video. And to introduce the video, I will have Atif from the young community of Coming. We also need a bit of exercise before Ramadan. The screen will come down. Atif? Please, can you, excuse me, no photographs now. Excuse me, please respect the program. Can we all move to that from here, please? This is a particularly important. Excuse me, can we, okay, we are about to start this. Okay. Salam alaikum.
Five years on, we remember the survivors of the Christchurch tragedy. In their memory, we are from our commitment to unity, peace, and the enduring strength of our own love. May their souls be granted the high church of Jannah. You know, one of the things that I think is the vision of God and something we have to go on is that we love this country. We love being here, each and every one of us, whether you're born here, whether you're born here recently, we love New Zealand. Diversity and difference are the reality of New Zealand. But beyond, what we need is we want to get the perspective of our youth, our family, and they consider the lessons learned from March 15 under the pillars of peace and respect. So what the Federation did is we provided all secondary schools in New Zealand with their students to submit any piece, whether it be a video, poem, speech, etc. on what they learned from March 15. So today we're just going to put it around that and we'd love for you to see. So thank you. Jazakallah.
Just to highlight the importance of this, we wanted to go to the wider community to see what they, and we wanted to gauge what our future looks like. This is one of so many as architects. Years ago, our world has changed. The world suffered shock, growth, and fatigue that went on the terrifying climb in Christchurch, New Zealand. Some of us benefited as friends or family members. Many of us don't belong to. And has become a focus. When a family member dies, lost, can't go to the pain that is so real. Muslims, sisters, and brothers. Most wrote 5 years ago. His only hope is in God. Our only hope is in God. Our only hope. Same title with the
Are you the people example to shout my husband? Or just people how Facebook must be. The boys and the headmaster are here. Where are they? Can you come to the front? Please come to the front. And we have our Associate Minister of Education here. We want, if this is the future of our country, I think we are in very, very good hands. Minister, if you want to say something.
Assalamu alaikum. It's been a humbling experience to be invited here and welcomed in a way that perhaps only this community could after all that's happened 5 years ago and in the time since. And thank you very much for hosting those of us politicians and members of the government and for these boys for their fabulous tribute that is not just a wonderful piece of movie making, but a wonderful commitment over several years. Makes us very proud to have you as part of our education system. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And let's say we have to be gratitude with all
Non-scripted. I would ask now Christians to come here. Andrew Little, Megan, and where's Bianca?
Can you please honor them, respect them, and remember
James Jacinda Ardern, and the role that this government, Labour government, played in our history. We honor you. We thank you for all that you've done.
Thank you very much for inviting us to be with you today on this significant day after 5 years. This is not, of course, our first visit to meet with this community, and I do want to acknowledge my predecessor, Christopher's predecessor, Dame Jacinda Ardern, and her visit here so soon after the terrible events that happened here, and the way that she led our country to a unifying place when an event like that could have done exactly the opposite. I think it is so important as we gather 5 years later that we continue in that spirit of unity, because I think that is the best of New Zealand. When we come together, when we celebrate each other, when we celebrate the huge diversity in our community, when we celebrate the freedom that we all have to practice our own faith, however we choose, then that is the best of New Zealand. And so I think we see that reflected here tonight. And I certainly want to extend on behalf of our former government, all of our aroha and love to this community for all that you have been through, but for all that you have offered us over the last 5 years. You have led the way when it comes to showing compassion, when it comes to showing respect, when it comes to humility and dignity, and we thank you for that.
We have to also honor the Green Party over here. Just one.
Kia ora, assalamu alaikum. Thank you for having us here today. I won't speak long. I want to uplift this wero, this challenge for us to live with compassion and lead with aroha. And your community shows us how we can do that. And I want us to really, if we take that away from today and show each other love and compassion the way that you have shown us, then our world will be a better place. Thank you so much. Kia ora.
Just 3 more, and I say it all comes from my heart because the local president said it has to be, and I have to follow. I have to also acknowledge all the chief executives and the heads of the various government ministries, and we are already here. So, Andrew, Rebecca, please, all of you come to the front. All the chief executives, please.
Thank you so much for coming.
It is such an honor for us to be here tonight, and I think you all feel how it felt 5 years ago, the absolute shock and horror of that day, and pay tribute to you and to the wider community of New Zealand that the response was one of love and inclusiveness. And I am just so grateful for that, because that is the way that we build a better, more secure, much more inclusive community. And I know that we all stand for that. Thank you.
Before you go, I know I've given all of you a lot of hard time, and really, we respect you so much. Let me just say one thing, and Prime Minister, you need to know this. We do a report card every year. You've seen it. What I will let you know is our government officials have worked faster and produced more outcomes, that's the word you like, than even the United States with all their resources. They did it, and despite COVID and other things. We thank you. You made us who we are today for all the work, the police, DPNC, SIS, all the agencies, all these. Thank you so much. Like I record, 2 more. These are all input because it's coming from our hearts. We cannot forget our local government, the past and the present. Can we have you here? The mayor, chief executive, Mayor Nazar, can we have him here? Our local government, where are our local government officials? The current and present. Ralph, people are talking about this. Ralph, can you come and join us?
Please out of the program, yes, around it. But actually, I would like to thank, special thank you for Leanne. Leanne was with us from the first minute after the attack. She worked with us step by step until we set in our feet again. Actually, until now, I wouldn't be able to stand here and say what I said without Leanne's support. And yes, good news. And actually, this is the voice of everyone, not my voice. Thank you so much, Leah. And I'm sure, inshallah, we will have the same with the parents there. Thank you so for being here. Thank you so much, Claire. You've done a lot for us. And thank you, Tyler. You are one of us now. Thank you. And for Assalamu peace be upon you all. Thank you for inviting us all to be part of this very moving yet incredibly uplifting time where we are able to come together and recognise the contribution of the lives of the 51 Shuhada, everyone who was affected by what happened on this day in 2019, but also to reflect on what happened in response. And forever, I will feel so proud of having been the mayor of the city at the time where people came to the call to prayer 1 week later in South Hagley Park and stood together in absolute, complete solidarity with everyone who was there to pray. And I felt at that moment that there was something incredibly powerful and special that happened to all of us who were there and witnessed to it. I will never forget the words of those who spoke from the Muslim community. They called to us for peace, love, compassion, and unity, and forgiveness. Those we will always remain in my heart as having come from this, and we have been together blessed by that response. Lord,
Thank you so much.
Excuse me, it's out of our program as the brother started, and he has to reflect that. Actually, I have received a few messages. They asked me actually to acknowledge and honor our colonial team. So please, our David, Eddie, please, our lawyer, Nigel, Captain, Anna Troy, Anna Troy. Yes. I would like to thank you so much all. And as I said, I received, and our judge will be where is she? Nigel, he cannot, and he was assist. Yes, and actually I need Quentin as well. Quentin, yes, yes. You all played a huge role to help us in our healing process. I'm not sure if the judge will be here or not. Please, please,
Please. Thank you so much, because all the Shahada's families, so today are supported by you. So today you are trying to help us to get the right answer for our questions. What you have done in the last few months was incredible, and I know, I'm sure all of you haven't slept for a while, but what you have done is a huge. We still have a huge number of questions. We still waiting for answers. I know you're working very hard on it, but I have to thank you so much, and I would like to give the mic for our judge if she'd like to talk. I haven't had a relationship with Jesse before.
Before we get to talk, this one on behalf of the Shahada family, I cannot thank the judge enough for what she's done during the colonial. Her question, and she made all the question, and she made all the response. I mean, what you did answered. Yeah. Thank you so much. I will get
Assalamualaikum. Thank you very much for the invitation for myself and my wonderful team that you see with me here tonight. I want to say a couple of comments which I've made during the course of the colonial inquiry, and that is that this is not just the work of one or a few, it is the work of many hands, many minds, and many hearts. And we are very fortunate to have a role in this inquiry and to try and answer some of the questions which many of you have had. So it's a privilege for us to lead this work, and we keep in our hearts and our minds and at the front of our work the Shahada Hila.
I said two more, and I have two more left. Our meeting very, very important. We had a royal commission. We had Jackie King and Australia. Are they here? Hello? Australia, please. Jackie, please come through. We have the royal commissioners here. The work that they put in, the effort that they made, I've got the words just completely, I'm lost. I will say, I'll just pass it on to William.
Assalamualaikum, thank you, Edgar. Jackie is far more eloquent than I am, but I just say what a triumph of the human spirit that the occasion has been, and how honoured I feel to be here, and indeed what a pleasure it's been. And it's great. I've seen so many familiar faces here. I want to touch base with but what an occasion, and thank you.
Just to join us on what Oliver was saying, it's a real privilege to come back into share with the community and to hear the journey that you've been on as a community and to reflect on where New Zealand has come over the last 5 years. I think for us in the Royal Commission, it was a real privilege to be invited in different times and to share stories and to share and your hopes and aspirations for our country, and in the face of what I think is a terrible event. And I just am very grateful for for those stories that were shared with us, and for the that we also saw how we can contribute to.
Thank you so much. We have Naitahu here. They supported our community in Christchurch. Aria couldn't make it, the flight was cancelled, but we want to acknowledge. Naitahu, anybody from here? Where's Jackie, you can also. Yeah.
I'm here on behalf of that here, been basement. Just wanted to say that the night I found your stand with you. It's a real privilege to be here today. And I apologize on behalf of that again. Quite good to hear it. I wish it was speaking. It's hugely significant for us. And we just want to acknowledge your mahi that you have done. Everything to very best of you. So, kia ora. Thank you.
And with the last two, I want to request our diplomats who come from all parts of the world who are there to come to the front. Without your support over here, can I have all the ambassadors and all the diplomats at the front? Please. All the ambassadors, all the diplomats and ambassadors. May I say on behalf of our community over here, the role that you play to support the wider community and all of us, we can never ever be the gratitude we have for this. You've shown so much strength. Your people have died here. They have become shaheed here. And we acknowledge your role, all our diplomats over here. We also have a diplomat who's coming from the States. Biden has sent a special ambassador over here. Who has the here? Oh, yes, of course. So I would like to acknowledge all of you. And I'm not sure who is the senior most amongst here. Who will be the head over to say a few words?
I would say,
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Such an honor to be with people that have inspired your fellow humans all over the world, including in the United States. We are so moved by all of those whose lives were cut short on March 15, 2019, and even more moved by your response, the way that you have met that moment of unspeakable violence and hatred with so much love and compassion, and the manner in which you have extended the love shown by all those who lost their lives and have sent it all over the world. We've been honored to host Fareed Ahmed and so many others in the United States. And I just want to say on behalf of the American people, we are with you. We will continue to work together, and we will continue to show that love and understanding and peace will overcome the violence and the hatred that we've seen in too many parts of the world today. Assalamu alaikum.
We have a special brother who wants to say a few words, and you will hear him and you will understand.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The politics have spoken about themselves, and we have thanked everybody. I only have one thing that I would like to ask. I have asked from the last government, and I would like to ask it from your government, sir. The reason why we do it is because we have got shot. The reason why everybody is here and thanking everybody for what they have done is because me, my daughter, my friends got shot. The reason why we got shot because we say La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah and we great Allah and we would like to be from you, sir, to allow us at least once a year at 12:30 at 15th March to say the Adhan out loud. Just to tell our kids and anybody else. The reason why March 15 has happened because the shooting that has happened because these guys is Muslims and that's the first indication that we can give it to everyone and others. So please kindly, and I want my support from my Muslim brothers to help me out to get this message out, to be able to have the Adhan at 12:30 every single Friday at 15th March every year, please. Thank you. The last, I will now invite our Prime Minister and his ministers somewhere over here.
And all the members of Parliament, please. All of you, all the members of Parliament, please. You will come something, of course. This is an opportunity for us to take photographs with you. Whoever wants to take photographs, you're not going to see. No, let's go. Can we, those who want to take photographs, please take photographs. And as the Azan will be given before that, we will have concluding dua. Abu Hamid, there is some dua for us in Arabic and also in English, please. Thank you.
Thank you for being here today with Brother Ibrahim.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وسيد الخلق أجمعين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين ثم أما بعد. This is time for Maghrib prayer now, and no time to say more words. So all of you are very hungry and waiting for food. The only thing I just need to offer to all of you before we make short dua for our brothers and sisters, please remember, my dear brothers and sisters, this first message. Our brothers, the brothers, they are martyrs and they are shuhada, they are in high place in the Jannah, inshallah. And second issue, all of us, we still have the chance to do the best as much as we can, because we still have chance. So we have to correct ourselves, to use this time to establish brotherhood, unity, peace between our real unity and peace, please, my dear brothers and sisters. For the families, the only thing you have to do for all our brothers people, to make sabr. والذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة وأولئك هم المفلحون. So please be patient, do the best for them, and the best thing is for all the sons of Adam after death, listen, good deeds as a knowledge and charity, and good son make dua. So now please follow me in the dua, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this blessing day and the blessing month can accept all our dua. Ameen ya Rabbil Alamin. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد في الأولين، اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد في الآخرين، اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد في الملأ الأعلى، اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد صلاة ترحم بها موتانا وموتى المسلمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارحم شهداءنا يا رب العالمين، اللهم ارحم شهداءنا يا رب العالمين، اللهم انزل بهم منزل صدق مع النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن اولئك رفيقا يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مغفورا وذنبا مرحوما، اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما وذنبا مغفورا وبراءة من كل ذنب ومغفرة بعد الموت يا رب العالمين. اللهم ألف بين قلوبنا يا رب العالمين، اللهم وحد صفوفنا يا رب العالمين، اللهم اجمعنا دائما على كلمة الحق المبين، اللهم لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم اجعلنا ممن إذا أصيبوا بمصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. اللهم ارحم موتانا يا رب العالمين، اللهم ثبتهم عند السؤال يا رب العالمين، اللهم اجعل مسواهم الجنة يا رب العالمين، اللهم الحقنا بهم على الصلاح يا رب العالمين، اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها زكها أنت خير من زكاها. آمين آمين آمين. وصلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أجمعين، وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا رسول الله اللهم ربنا Ramadan Mubarak, and we just trying to do great with God. Thank you so much. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I thank you for coming, all for fishing. Thank you for being with us here today. Inshallah, this is the next time for us all, which I just wanted before we finish. Even as being here. Look nice and the next solution. 10 minutes. So much to actually connect things and one place. Solution. Yeah, this one place here. Sometimes the women command police and the security is much. So very close to our hearts, we the police and also this solution to make us also in the works and the way that we find it over touch for the also, I'd like to thank you for the work that you are doing for the way you can excellent. We just wanted to hear an association.
Thank you very much. One tries to look the people. I'm not going to have to you. The union until you are especially with the nice I would be nice to for having all of us here to celebrate more your and your friends that each work. Thank you very much. We are in the market. So yeah.